Hey gamers, if you love a chaotic card game of player elimination, then you want to check out Last Shot. Let's take a look at how this game plays. In this game, players are trying to be the last player standing in order to win the game. Players start out with a hand of 3 cards, and each turn they can either play a card and then draw a card, or they can discard their entire hand and redraw 3 cards out of the deck. Cards have either actions, reactions, or persistent effects on them. So a player will play a card, do as much of the action or reaction or whatever it is as they can, or leave persistent cards in front of them and then add those to the discard pile as necessary. Then they can draw a card from the top of the deck. If they draw a terminated card, they do have to announce that to the group so that everybody knows where that is. And then most likely, players will be trying to get that terminated card away from them or get them eliminated before they have the chance to use that card. When terminated cards are used, they go to a separate discard pile as they will be shuffled back into the deck, and more will be added each time the deck runs out and needs to be reshuffled as well. Again, players are just trying to eliminate each other, but each terminated card does have one card that can be used to escape that termination, and so players are going to be trying to not be eliminated as much as possible. You can start off with the green agency cards, which are for a little bit of an easier, lighter game if players are new, and then you can also add in a variety of different kinds of cards once you're more familiar with the game. One of those cards is Comrades in Arms, which turns players into comrades using their reference card here, and if at any point all of the players who are still alive in the game have been turned into comrades, all of those players win as well, so that's a little bit of an alternative way for the game to end too. I actually had a little bit more fun with this game than I thought I would. I'm not much for the theme, but the theme is kind of secondary to the game itself. It's obviously a very heavy take. That game, you're playing cards specifically to mess with other players' hands and ultimately eliminate them for the most part. So you're going to have people who are out really quickly. You're going to have people who get a lot of cards stolen from them, things like that. But the game is very short and light and quick, so I don't really mind the player elimination so much because you're not going to be sitting out for a really long time. It's easy to end the game, play again, or move on to something else after you've played through it. So I like that in a game that has player elimination when it's pretty short because I think it doesn't feel as bad when you get out. I think that the cards are really interesting. The agency cards, like I mentioned, are a little bit lighter, easier, whereas some of the other advanced cards are a little bit more challenging. You'll have to name cards in order to try and get them away from people. There's extra ways to eliminate people with some of those cards, things like that. So it's definitely a little bit better if you are either more familiar with games already or have just played this game a couple of times. But ultimately, still, I think the game is really approachable, great for a lot of different kinds of groups. So if you like this kind of take that card game, then you definitely want to check this one out. But you can see my full thoughts on the watch today to decide if this one's for you.